Al, thank you. This morning on Today's Consumer, how to trim your cell phone bill. According to Consumer Reports, the average cell phone user spends about $600 a year on mobile service, and families spend more than $1,800 a year. So you want to pay less. Well, Consumer Reports electronics editor Paul Reynolds has some advice. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
Many people are already contracted with a specific carrier. So how do you go about trying to cut your bill down? Do you look at your minutes first?
Right. Just because you're under contract doesn't mean you're under contract for the plan that you may have signed up with. It's worth checking into whether or not your needs have changed. Are you taking full advantage of the plan that you have? So go back, take a look at, say, 6 months worth of bills. Take a look at how many minutes are you using, how many minutes are you using maybe on the free weekends that you may not be taking advantage of, and make an analysis and see if there's something better that you can do. Get in touch with your carrier. There's no penalty to do that, and it won't extend your contract anymore if you make a change.
So you can change plans mid-contract?
You can change plans almost any time you want. It can even be worth changing plans temporarily. If your needs are going to change, let's say you're going on vacation, you're not taking all your cell phones, or you're looking at a month when maybe you're going to be calling more or less than usual, it may be worth making a change even for a month or so.
All right, your next tip is to bundle multimedia messages, and by that we mean texting, messaging, photos, the internet. Which companies provide that bundle package?
Well, most companies will provide bundles, and it's really worth doing because anyone who texts a lot, especially has a kid maybe that texts a lot,
right,
knows how much it can cost if you pay a la carte, 20 or 25 cents a text message for that. You can get some good deals if you bundle, and there are real differences from carrier to carrier.
All right, what about prepaid calling plans? Are these a good deal?
Prepaid calling plans can be a good deal. This is cell phone service without the contract, and basically you don't have to prepay. You don't have to pay for a bunch of minutes that you may not use. They can be real cost savers, we found, for a whole range of users.
Are there certain types of users who benefit more from that plan than others?
It's very good for people who maybe use less than, say, the 300 or 400 minutes that are often minimums for the contract plans. For example, if you use 100 minutes a month, we think something like T-Mobile pay-as-you-go plan could save you a considerable amount every month, maybe $20 or $30.
Here's something I've thought about doing, but I haven't yet done because I, for some reason, just feel tied to my landline. But there are people out there who are starting to say, hey, you know what, I don't want a landline. I'm just going to use a cell phone. Is that a good idea? Well,
we recommend keeping some landline service because for 911 emergency calls, it's a surer way to get in touch, to know where you are than using your cell phone. However, something that people can do is take a look at, do I need long distance equally on my landline and my cell phone? For example, you might take off long distance on your landline if you think you could make a lot of those calls on your cell phone and get the free minutes that you get with, say, a nationwide calling plan.
So you could do a local plan instead of having a long distance plan, probably cut out some of the extras that I have where, call waiting, caller ID, all of that. How much do you save typically if you could cut that out?
Well, some cell phone plans, to cut it out on your cell phone, you can also do too. Some cell phone carriers allow you to make only local calls. So conversely, you could use your landline to make those long distance calls, save a few dollars, maybe $10, $15 a month with some carriers. If you just say, I'm going to mostly make local calls and not have your long distance calls included in your plan.
You also say you should cut or skip cell phone insurance. I didn't even know that existed. Why?
A lot of people are paying, they may not even know necessarily, they're paying for cell phone insurance in case they lose their phone. We don't think it's a good investment. Keep an old phone. If you get a new phone, you may be able to use that in the event that you lose your phone in the middle of a contract, or buy a used phone and use that until you get to the end of the contract. It's better than paying every month for something that you may never use.
All right, Paul Reynolds, great tips. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can find more about how to reduce your cell phone bill on our website at todayshow.com.